Julia's Great Escape. Once upon a time, Julia the snail lived on a farm with her best friend Max, a curious and playful cat. They spent their days exploring the farm and going on adventures together. One sunny afternoon, as they were wandering around the fields, they heard the loud cawing of a group of birds. Julia looked up and saw a flock of hungry birds flying towards her. Max warned her that they were after her, and Julia realized she was in danger. She needed to think fast to escape from the birds' claws. With Max's help, Julia quickly slithered away and hid behind a nearby rock. The birds circled around the rock, trying to catch a glimpse of Julia. Max realized they needed to come up with a plan, so he started meowing loudly, distracting the birds and drawing them away from Julia. While Max kept the birds busy, Julia slowly crawled towards safety. But just as she was about to escape, one of the birds spotted her and started to chase her again. Julia was fast, but the bird was faster. Max saw what was happening and sprang into action, chasing the bird away with his sharp claws and quick movements. As the birds flew away, Julia and Max looked at each other, relieved that they had managed to escape. They knew they needed to find a way to prevent the birds from coming back and endangering them again. Julia remembered a secret hiding spot in the nearby woods where she had seen other snails hide from predators. She suggested that they go there, and Max agreed that it was a good idea. They set off towards the woods, hoping to find the hiding spot and stay safe. The journey to the woods was long and treacherous. Julia was slow and vulnerable, and Max had to keep a close eye on her to make sure she didn't get caught by any more predators. They crossed a field, passed through a river, and climbed over a pile of rocks. Finally, they arrived at the woods. Julia led Max to the hiding spot, a small crevice in the ground covered by leaves and twigs. She showed Max how to enter the crevice, and he followed her inside. Once they were both in, Julia used her slime to seal the entrance, making sure no predators could follow them in. The hiding spot was dark and cramped, but Julia and Max were grateful to have found a safe place to hide. They decided to spend the night there and wait until it was safe to return to the farm. As they lay down on the damp ground, Max looked at Julia and smiled. "You're one tough snail," he said. "I'm glad we're friends." Julia smiled back, feeling grateful for Max's friendship and his bravery in helping her escape from the birds. She knew that they would always have each other's backs, no matter what dangers they faced on the farm. The next morning, Julia and Max emerged from the hiding spot and made their way back to the farm. They were cautious and alert, scanning the skies for any signs of danger, but the birds were nowhere to be seen. Julia and Max returned to their usual routine of exploring the farm and going on adventures together, but they never forgot the danger they had faced and the importance of staying safe. They knew that the farm was full of surprises and that they needed to be prepared for whatever challenges lay ahead. And as they looked out at the vast expanse of the farm, Julia and Max felt grateful to be alive and together, ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead of them.